So students, we are going further in this chapter, the first empire. Now we are on the stage of Ashokas. And then the Mauryan administration. What was the work which was being done by the kings, especially the king Ashoka? What were the sources from where we can get the history of the Mauryan administration? These are Indikas and then Arthashastra. These are the books from where we can get easily the information about the administrative work. And second, administration. And third one is taxation. We have studied the urban, rural, local self-government. In this, the government having the main three sources: tax collection and income tax collection, and then the criminals, the government has penalty over it. Okay, they are making the penalties. From these types, we will study in detail the tax policy, and then at last point, but not the least one, the decline of the Mauryan Empire. Now we will going further in detail. Okay. Welfare measures undertaken by Ashoka. Dharma encouraged Ashoka to undertake certain welfare measures which could serve all sections. He planted trees along the roads so travelers could enjoy some shade between the travels, eradicated rest houses and hospital for human and animals also. He issued the order to dig more wells for the purpose of irrigation and water facility. Special officers named Dharma Mantras were appointed by him to ensure that the principle of the way of life spread far and wide, to see it that they were being properly enforced throughout his kingdom. He also engraved this principle on rocks, caves and pillars. Almost 14 rocks detected and 7 pillars have been found till the date, such as inspiration. Now, Mauryan administration. Both Indika and Arthashastra serve the important sources from which we have learned about the Mauryan administration, while Arthashastra itself talks about the laws and regulation based on which Mauryan administration functioned. Mechthanis in his Indika provide an objective view of entire system. Now we will be going through the administration. King was the supreme head in the matter of the law. Big army was maintained to manage the vast empire. Mantri Parishad, or you can say the council of ministers, were also advised for the crucial issues, but to make the decisions. Several other departments were there to look after the task of the various areas of the governors. Mahamantras, who were specially selected officer, was supposed to look about the daily affairs of the government. And the Mauryan also had a system of espionage, means a spy, to check out whether the other person, or you can say the king, was also informed by the species about the activities and the officers and other people of his kingdom outside of it, so they can keep an eye what is going on in their kingdom. Now, taxation policy. The money came from the tax was used to build, maintain road, wells, rest houses, the army and irrigation work. Large part of tax was spent on the huge army maintained by the king. First point: royal land holdings, production of articles, trade, utilization of materials, forest resource, manufacturing of arms were practiced under king to earn revenue. Water tax is the most important. Second point, water tax was also an important feature of the administration that provided irrigation facility, supporting the farmers that had to pay the water tax. Now, declining. In 232 BCE, Ashoka passed away, and after that, many kings came in the place of Ashoka. Ashoka was succeeded by weak king. After the Ashoka, those kings were weaks. They failed to control over the territories, and day by day they were losing their area. They were also unable to collect enough tax that required to maintain the enormous expense of the army. Empire was also affected by several attacks from the north. 185 BCE, Pushyamitra, Sangha of the Sangha dynasty, killed Brihadrath, the last empire of Maurya, and thus putting an end on one of the most glorious empire in Indian history. There are some of the glossary also you are supposed to write in the fair note.